Hello and welcome to our midweek message. I'm Chris Martin. I'm the team rector of the Golden Cap Benefice. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sure you've heard the story of the man who knelt down by his bed late on New Year's Eve and said a prayer for the coming year. And he said, "Dear God, my prayer for 2021 is this. I'd like a fat bank account and a thin body. Please don't mix it up like you did last year." Well, I'm not sure what the state of your bank account or your waistline is, but I think the story reveals, doesn't it, that at this time of year we often find ourselves naturally reflective because we turn from one year into a new one. We're inclined to look back over the events of the last year and then ahead to what we hope for or might await us in the year that is to come. It's a bit like when you're on a long walk and you pause, you come to a stopping point and you're able to look back over the track that you've walked up or the hill that you've climbed. And then when you've got your breath, you look ahead to the track that's still to walk in front of you. So this time of year is just one of those stopping points, a time for looking back and a time for looking ahead. And there's lots of encouragement in the Bible about pausing to reflect and to remember. The psalmist says, "I remember the days of long ago. I meditate on all your works and consider what your hands have done." For us as a family, one of my close family has a birthday on New Year's Eve. And in normal circumstances, we'd all gather round for a big family dinner and reflect on the year that's just gone and then think about the year that's ahead. Won't be possible to do that on this New Year's Eve, so we did some of it on Christmas Day this year. And for those of you who've known my family circumstances this year, you believe me when I say we probably got through a box of tissues as we look back over what for us has been a difficult year in our family life with serious and life-threatening illness for one of our daughters. But as we did so, and through the tears, we were able to trace God's fingerprints in our circumstances, in big things and in little things. And we were able to give thanks for the kindnesses of friends and strangers and the many coincidences that seemed to happen as people were praying for us. Even just, seemingly small things like a hospital bed near the window so that our daughter could see us, even though we couldn't see her. So what about you? As you look back, what have been the significant moments of 2020 for you, good or bad? And has it been possible to see God's fingerprints in your circumstances? Take time to reflect, and as you do so, ask God to show you where God was at work in big things and small things, wanting to bring you blessing, to show you what God's hands have been doing in your circumstances for this year. And then looking forward into the year ahead, what do you hope for? What's your prayer for 2021? A new start? A new home? Good health? Protection for family, for friends? Do you hope for something specific or just want to go on hoping, having hope in your heart? I was thinking this last weekend, I once heard a preacher called Eddie Gibbs, who came all the way over from the USA, from the Fuller Seminary in the United States, to come and talk to us would-be ordinands, our trainee vicars at Trinity College in Bristol. He came to talk to us about missional leadership, and as an old man I just remember him hobbling up to the lectern and giving this brilliant talk. But the thing I remember most was in the questions and answers session afterwards, one of the students said to him, "Eddie, I don't hope you won't mind if I say this, but you're an old man, how do you keep going? How do you cope with arthritis and all these other things that he seemed to have. And I always remember Eddie's response. He said, when you're a Christian, your best days are always ahead of you. When you're a Christian, your best days are always ahead of you. Whatever 2021 brings for us, ultimately the day is coming when we shall sit down together at another meal table and enjoy the banquet that God is preparing for us, because God is faithful. As the writer of Lamentations says, "This I call to mind, and therefore I have hope. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness." Whatever this year may bring, good or bad, we can rely on the faithfulness of God. So as you look back over 2020, may God bless you to see the fingerprints of his blessing in your circumstances, and be thankful. And as you look forward, may the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace as you trust in him, so that you may overflow with hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. May God bless you today, and a very, very happy new year to you.